Reapers! Well then, here I am. I'd like to start this video with a shout out to Jacob's Edits. I thought this comment was really cool. And coincidentally, I was planning to record a video. So here you go, my friend, and to the rest of you on Twitter and in my comment section that have been asking me to make another video. I'm not going to waste too much time with the intro though. I've read some reports about this strange chrome substance consuming everything. I mean, it's probably fake, but wait, what was that? No. Ah! Okay, I'm good now. I'm back. Let's get into this Chrome stuff without really, getting into it. First of all, what am I even talking about? I'll back up a little bit. I know I've been absent for pretty much the entire season, but what you need to know for this video is that the reality tree has been spreading its roots underneath the entire island and sprouting other mini reality trees, creating Blossom POIs. These locations acted like rift zones, minus the gameplay mechanics. Every single match they switched to a randomized reality, all between Western, Pirates, Coliseum, and Coral. The reality tree fed these Blossom POIs with its energy, as shown on the routes across the island showcasing blue energy moving toward the locations. Now it's very important to understand that this whole reality tree situation seems like it's clearly been getting out of hand, with roots breaking through the surface almost everywhere you can see, and switching whole POIs to other realities. The 0 point has definitely been undergoing some serious stress. If you watched my theory video at the start of the season, I mentioned that the 0 point was either feeding the reality tree through its energy passing down the river, or the reality tree was sucking up the 0 point's energy to use it for, well, you guessed it, to dig its roots deep into reality 0 and take control of things. Whether the Bloom Watcher is behind all this or not, we're not so sure. But regardless, this blooming has been taking huge amounts of energy and causing some serious problems. Throughout the season, we've even had the 0 point send out what the scientists called stress signals, basically taking powerful artifacts from other realities which led people like Darth Vader and Indiana Jones to the island. This is all telling us that setting the 0 point free was a grave mistake. Whatever the IO was doing, even though it was bad, was still keeping it under control. So as you can see, there's been a handful of problems with this newfound freedom, but that's not all. More recently in this season's quests, the 7 have started going missing. I mean, every member is disappearing. The first batch of disappearances was the Foundation and the Order. Paradigm was off doing her own thing. I failed you all here, I didn't do a single quest, so I'm not sure what that was. But that leaves the Visitor, the Scientist, and the Origin. And I didn't mention the Imagine because, she's dead. Yeah. So the Visitor, the Scientist, and the Origin retreated to an underground biolab to study, and I quote, the strange substance spreading across the island. Now, unfortunately, we have not been able to see this because Fortnite decided not to do any in-game teasers this time around, but with an image for Fortnite leaked on the Nintendo Switch, we actually have a pretty good idea what this substance is. I'll throw it up on screen right now, and right off the bat, it ain't looking good. This hand belongs to the one and only Paradigm, the newer unreleased version, actually, and she seems to be reaching out for help as she's pulled under this gooey-like substance. And what this tells us right away is that this is definitely how the rest of the 7 disappeared. Before I give you all theories about what this stuff is coming from and how it could be related to the reality tree, the spire, and a whole lot more, I need to show you all some even crazier stuff. A couple days ago, out of absolutely nowhere, Fortnite decided to start hitting it hard with Season 4 teasers and videos, all of which take place in our reality as commercials for products. Before I let you all watch them though, we finally got a reveal of what this substance is. Leaked captions for tweets that Fortnite is going to make to advertise the videos you're about to see say things like, Chrome will consume all, Chrome will be all, and consume everything. So there you have it, this stuff is Chrome. Now, I'll let you all watch the videos before I break them down. Skip to this timestamp on screen if you've already seen them.
Hey y'all, Malibu Amy here, and I just got the best ever Of Course Organic Moisturizing Serum Supply Drop. Check this out.
Willow here with my best organic pesticide for your fruit. Bugs, be gone.
Okay, you're definitely thinking what I was thinking. Where do I even start? I'll tell you where. Teaser 1. Also, I've looked in the backgrounds of all the videos and it really doesn't seem like any of them are of any importance, so we won't spend any time there. First teaser starts off with someone named Malibu Amy doing a video review on a moisturizer supply drop that was sent to her. Pay attention to how she made sure to emphasize it was organic too. We'll revisit that in a second. She squeezes some out and rubs it in, only for this stuff to be none other than liquid chrome, spreading over her arms until it cuts to a screen saying Paradise. Before we discuss the rest of the teasers, yeah, that's the name of Season 4, Paradise. You might be thinking, Reaper, chrome taking over and consuming everything does not sound like a paradise at all. Well, I don't think it's going to be our paradise. I might make a separate theory video discussing this soon. Anyway, bam, we got our season name and we got our first case of chrome spreading into our reality through an organic product. Next teaser is a dude pouring some milk, 100% pure it says, so this is another organic product, seeing the pattern here? Into a nice bowl of llama oats. Surprise, surprise, it's chrome. Cut to the end and this stuff is spreading on his table, and then cut again to an ominous screen of paradise. Final teaser is Willow giving us a showcase of her best organic pesticide for fruit. Organic for a third time, definitely means something. Anyway, she spreads a bit of this on her plants and it starts consuming all the objects around her. Then we got paradise at the end once more. So what's this all mean? What are we getting from these teasers? First things first, it's spreading through organic materials. Obviously it can get onto non-organic things like tables and cereal boxes, but it looks like it's originating from organic substances somehow. So next season, we might see this stuff taking over the animals and the plants, creating chrome biomes and mutated creatures. It's also worth noting that the reality tree is considered organic since it is a tree, after all. So the chrome spreading through organic materials could be a very clear hint towards the reality tree being behind it. Aside from the organic aspect, the fact that this chrome is even in our reality shows me that it's already either gotten to the 0 point or it started there in the first place. I'm quite sure if we're seeing it take over organic materials in our reality, it's definitely spreading to other ones too. After all, according to Fortnite, chrome will consume all, chrome will be all. That's about all we can snag from these teasers so far, but there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. We've seen chrome before, on numerous occasions actually. Someone even chased after the 0 point energy and ended up completely coated in this stuff. Who might that be? The fall in love oh, not him? Shoot, right. Raz. Chapter 2 Season 6 takes place right after Zero Crisis, in which the 0 point is completely unstable and the Foundation tries to stabilize it, but instead has to resort to sealing him and the 0 point inside of the spire. But let's back up a second. He tried something before that. If you look closely, don't really need to look too closely, it kinda lit up the whole sky. He tried to bloom it. By sealing all the portals and diverting all its energy back to the 0 point, we helped the Foundation begin the blooming process. But it failed, miserably. And that led to an unstable 0 point and a spire sealing it shut. Since then, we've gone with the idea that the spire was made of the stone and the crust between the two islands. But with this new introduction of chrome, I think we've got a new theory. If you look very closely at the surface of the spire, you'll see it's pretty dang reflective, but not reflective like glass, it's chromatic. You can tell because there's a rainbow-like reflection everywhere you look on it. That's the same effect that chrome has, just like our new liquid chrome. Now why would we have a spire made of chrome in Season 6, but have that chrome randomly spreading across the island 5 seasons later? It all goes back to the 0 point blooming. The only difference between this season and Season 6 is that this time it was successful. The 0 point finished its bloom, and so it makes sense that now this chrome stuff is spreading absolutely everywhere. While back in Season 6, the bloom wasn't successful at all and failed, so it only went as far as encasing the 0 point in it with the help of the Foundation. So with that all being said, I feel like the chrome could be a 0 point substance, something that's created when the blooming process begins. And depending on whether the bloom is successful or not, this chrome can spread everywhere. And just in case you don't believe me about the spire being made of chrome, let's think back to our good friend Raz. Raz was drawn to the spire, he felt its energy and all that stuff that we're not going to get into. The important part of his story though, is that he ended up getting to the spire, in one way or another, absorbing some of its energy. He's pretty much infused with chrome. Now later on in the season, the Super Styles reveal a chromatic style for 3 of the Battle Pass outfits, Raz included. So you're probably thinking, why am I bringing up Raz like he's the special one when 3 other characters got chromatic styles later that season too? Well, if we zoom forward to this season's summer event, we can see that Raz has reappeared for some time on the beach, specifically as Riptide Raz. Looking closely at Raz's new styles though, we can see that the chrome is still very much a part of him. He has progressive styles showcasing the chrome taking over his body. which tells us that his interaction with the Spire very much infused him with chrome. So with the chromatic super styles for Season 6, Riptide Raz showing us he's got some chrome left in him from his storyline with the Spire, and the reflective surface of the Spire itself, it all tells us that chrome has very much been around before. Obviously, it wasn't nearly as dangerous and consuming, you could say, as it is now, but it would make a lot of sense to say that's because the bloom wasn't successful, and now it is. Alright, so the chrome's been around for a previous blooming before, but where exactly is this stuff coming from? Is it coming from the 0 point itself? Is it radiating from the atmosphere and infusing with organic substances? Honestly, I'm not quite sure. This time around, we've got a massive reality tree as a result of the finished blooming. So, it could be coming from the tree and its many, many roots hidden deep under the surface of the entire island. Maybe this chrome is like reality sap, and it's leaking from the roots of the tree and spreading across the island that way. And that's only happening because the energy from the finished bloom is causing it to overwhelm the 0 point and infect the landscape. That's just a theory. So far, we don't have much of a clue about where this stuff is truly coming from, but I think it's very safe to say that it's a result of the 0 point completing a bloom. So that's pretty much it. That's all the information we have on Season 4, the teasers, and theories about where this chrome has been before, because clearly it's been in the storyline. And I think it's very interesting that we're revisiting a concept that was all the way back in Chapter 2, Season 6, that we didn't even know was important, because I know we all looked at the super styles, we're like, okay, there's a gold one, there's a silver one, we're like, okay, this is interesting. But we weren't sure that this chrome stuff was actually so important, and now we're getting it as the focus of the storyline, and it's even kidnapping our heroes. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, keep it reaping.